Will be there for a long time.
Okay. It's literally in the air, perfectly parallel. And follow it up. Watch this. This one. I see eyes right there. That's how they know you're. That's how they know this. That I'm doing this. Are those eyeballs? What the hell is that? If those aren't glowing eyeballs, I don't know what is. I can't. It tries zapping me in here. Guys, what is that? Looks like a robot. And the eyes are blinking. It always takes practice. Even if you were born with a gift, that person has to practice to be the best. Always watch the dead pine needles. That's how they do it. They love using the red. Remember, I'm not even trying really for timestamps, because when you're in these spots, I've said this over and over, I really feel like it's when you're going to get the least, because they don't want you to think this is where you need to come to get that attention. When you're zooming up, you can never tell. Yes. That is bizarre. It could be a trick. Let's just say, I can't go all the way up there, but I'm gonna look at the trail. Past the quadrant. Yes, quadrant. Give me a better name. Look at that weird piece of wood watching that hill. Imagine she ate the poop and all of a sudden she's invisible. Oh man, that means we'd have to eat poop. You know how much that poop would be worth? He was just starting out up there, and we had all these perches and in the grass from him, and he was right there in a pine tree like that, like just ducked down looking at me through the pine tree. I'm not kidding. And it was, oh man, Tony did a great picture of that. I love this. This is what I love finding, like when it's just a never-ending area of just insanity. Like undeniable stuff. It's like, did the wind do that? Like I don't have to think about it. I mean, this is, I mean, how many times do I see that? I film that all the time. think I'm gonna bring Robert here too, because this is great right here. I mean, wow. Did you hear that? It's a little windy, but I don't know what that was. Like someone broke a big stick or something. I've got my best visuals and the most action, believe it or not, when there is wind. When I'm like, it's so quiet, you don't usually get noises. They don't want to make noise when there's nothing to back it up, like a plane or this is you can hear it in my audio. Oh, I forgot to leave my audio out. Darn it, I was gonna leave an audio too. But you know what? Even better. I don't need to deal with that 8-hour audio stuff. I haven't even checked the first one yet. So many people work so hard on that. I got to go through that. Don't think I haven't. If I haven't responded to the audio, you guys, it's because I've been out here and I have no cell reception and I'm always so busy. But I think there's some really good audio on there. I want to listen to that. This is something special right here. Look at that. You know, that's a lumberyard there. Well, if a guy was like, hey Mark, I love that spot, it's the best Bigfoot place I've ever seen in my life, I'm going to give you $100 million to take me there. I'd be like, well, first of all, I'll do it for $1 million, and second of all, I can't get back there because I have no idea where I am, and I'm not kidding. Because I walked around talking to 100 people for an hour or two. Cool, I'm lost and now it's starting to rain. I wish I had more time to film some of this. I'll know in a minute. This forest, you guys, this has been one of the best days of my Bigfooting. I mean, just simply being here. I just saw a Bigfoot. He froze up my camera. We're gonna have to see what that looks like. Shapeshifters. See if they react to my whistle. There's a big old buck there. There's Daddy right behind. See his horns? Oh yeah. That's the big boy right there. How cool is that? Guys, look at the perches. Highly active perches. X. This is where they sit, Donna. Look where I'm standing. This is where they sit. Man, they did not erase their footprints. It's gonna be hard to see on the camera, but all these spots have all of their marks. Look at that long one with toes and everything.
What?
It's a footprint. It's a huge footprint.
Ass prints.
Well, they have those too, but first of all, look at the base. Second of all, follow that up, right? Look at this. You mean to tell me that symmetrical X field goals that fork? There's not a chance in a billion years of that. Oh, you got there. You know, there's the people that finally see that because they're like, they can't say when they realize that was built. And they're like, oh, you do that before you get your video. You know, so at least they're, you know, and I'll take that. At least they're acknowledging that it was made, you know.
It's upside down here, Mark. Completely upside down. The root is up there.
See something weird in the dark there. I want to just take one more look. Remember, I'm not a breakdown guy. This is just the winner. See how that's weird? I think that's their stick right there. Right there. See how it just looks, it's just bizarre looking. That's theirs. That's how they hide their entrances, you guys. Right there. That's how they hide themselves. And if they want to block us, look at that. Look at that square thing. I didn't see this either. You see this? This is not the same one. It's literally a doorway into the underverse, I call it. The underverse makes it sound evil, but it's not. It's just that's where they live. They live under, in and under. And that right there, look, you see that? It's literally blocking. I got to start this over. Here we go. Watch this world record. It's amazing. Don't ask me how they do it, and I think I just found another one. Watch this. I purposely didn't show you in the last video because I had to take the time to do this by itself. I haven't tried. I'm going to try different ways to zoom. I'm working on the lines. Plus, you can go to this video yourself. That's what I really encourage. I'll put the link in the description or something because the original one I just found another one. Oh my goodness gracious. He's right there, guys. Look at this. So here's Joel, right? I'm back a ways. This is me zooming through them, as you'll see. I'm not too far back, but I'm just far enough back. Look here. You guys, that's real. Okay, it's not an accident. Okay, it's not pareidolia. We're on their seats. There's 9 perches behind us where you sit. They're dug out with footprints on them. Man, I'm telling you, the whole entire community is here. The whole community. They're all set up around us. That they must have came in. You know, they have ways of doing, like even coming in on us, and you can't see them. It's happened to me. And many times I've been surrounded where I can't see them, and they're big ones all around me, like a security team. But they give you this ease of not to be scared. It's amazing. Just to let you know, I'm like, please, and I beg them. I think there's one right there. Right? Let's not worry about those. If you really want to see them, you can see them. There's an X right there. It's a portable X. There's definitely 1 or 2. Looks like some kind of thing holding the X. There's these here. I'm gonna make this quickly because I've already kind of went over this a little bit. I did not like my job in the let's do this one clip. I'm almost done. I didn't like my job in that documentary video. That's not really a documentary, but I just kind of put it together, and it kind of was because I wanted to show people. Dan, come look at the monitor. Dan, come look at the monitor for a second. There's a picture I just don't talk about enough. Look at that, you guys. I don't know why I always forget to. It's one of the best pictures I've ever taken. It's amazing. Look at it picking up the white face. Yeah, it's getting him right there. It's not picking up the green guy. It's picking up the white dude. That's funny. This is what I like to see. Do you see how beautiful that looks? Because there's nothing else. See, I'm showing you the same thing all the time. It's just that you're not going to appreciate it as much when it's covered in a million other pine trees and sticks. You can't see it, but when it's like that, there's no denying it. There's nobody in the world that can say one word. It's great. And that's what my channel has accomplished. Look at this, you guys. Oh boy, do I have the arms. Oh boy. I can't tell you any more than that because I don't know what that means. Except that I'm in the right spot. What do you think? I'm not even counting them. How many X's there is. Look at the trident branches pulled, like they made a trident out of the branches and then pulled them in. Teepee structures. What'd I tell you? Look at the X. Follow this one. It's the most unbelievable X. If none of that was there, you'd be seeing an X like I showed you. I'm going to show you by the reservoir. Which is, by the way, these 2 trees are the main conduits. They're laid over every single one of those sticks just about. Right? And then they can connect everything else to these. And it'll go out, look. See where they're connected? Straight out. And then they'll connect down there. And then they'll connect down there. And then look at that weight. Oh my God. Yes, this is going to be a good spot. Look at that square around that dude. Looks like a guy right there. Look at the square opening with the leaner. There's a leaner to the left and there's one in the back. And it looks like this perfect square with like a triangle in front of a Bigfoot. Remember, we don't understand. You know, maybe that's what he does. You know, maybe where they live. That's weird. Why? Look, you guys, this is a really interesting spot. Remember, if it's weird, it's them. There's no mistake.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to look like it. It's the same type. Like they don't, you know, it's not all a big Bigfoot world. It's a real Bigfoot. No, this is a real Bigfoot world. The other ones are like a Dogman world, I think. This is where Bigfoot is. I think everyone, I noticed that it's not just people that watch me, but other people have the same kind of a thing after. Dude, look.
Tried it.
Did you saw two of them? Three of them, I think. Ooh. Oh yeah. Look at right there. Those are footprints. Yes. You guys, come on. Look at the disturbances. No poop, no hoof marks, no nothing. Look at that. Only structures. Everyone's got a bend. Did you see that? Everything here is bending somehow. Sometimes I have trouble processing. I mean, I process it perfectly. See, look at the grid. It's a grid. It's just that they're making noises all around me. All around me. Not ones I'm supposed to hear either. So what you're hearing, there's a giant valley. I mean, it's not possible for a human being to come from here to there. So I'm going to take you to that edge. Make sure you check some of that out, because we'll probably get some timestamps across the street. So I'm not going to take you in there, but I want you to get a good idea of what's going on in here, because it's insane. There's seats everywhere, okay? So there's a seat there. I just filmed the footprints. There's literally an X on the seats. There's seats there. And back in there. There's too many. And then look, you can tell none of this is an accident. You see that? Okay, you got your X. You might get some of the other like dimensional types and timestamps here, but that's incredible back there. I can't even film it. It's so incredible. I can't even put it on the camera. I don't know if the camera can see, like, you can see the lines. Like, see the line? Like, that's a footprint right there. There's nothing else that could have made that. There's a footprint right next to that stick. And there's footprints right there. Look. That's a footprint. Okay? That's a footprint. Oh, I heard something. That's an X. Here's where there's multiple congregating. See what I mean? It's different. They did every stick there. Bends. Even the bends are like, and then they talk. It's not this perfect beauty. It's off. Just like these guys here, they're off. Something is off about them. That's just my opinion. Remember, nothing. Like that. I say is too factual but I think I'm right sometimes, because I see it over and over, and you get a feel for like their language, and you get a feel for them, even though you don't know the language and you don't know them.